everybody, it's Kelly and I'm back with a new video. So this is another one of those photos that is really old. It's from 2001 and it's not a Christmas layout per se, but Christmas is definitely figuring in quite a bit in this photo because we're posed next to a tree and I have a very noticeable Christmas vest on. Remember those when they were handmade and oh my gosh, it was beautiful at the time. Now I look at it and think, what was I thinking? And you know, the mom jeans that actually are too big on me and oh, craziness. Anyway, so I'm going to use some Christmas items here to work with kind of the photograph, but that's not what this layout is about. So I'm starting out with that red chevron paper from American Crafts. It's the Deck the Halls collection and the Candy Cane Lane paper. So I gutted it just because I don't have a ton of 12 by 12 papers left in some of these kinds of colors for Christmas. So I want to be able to use them. I'm going to put this piece of paper then on the background. My trick when I make a frame like this where I got paper is to glue it on one side and then glue the other sides down. That way you have a better chance of it getting on straight. Now I don't always still get it on straight. I'm using that kind of town themed background paper, which is from Pebbles Home for Christmas. It's the candy cane paper. And I loved this because it's a theme of me moving. So I thought it was kind of, or that's what the layout is about, is me moving. So I thought that was kind of a fun take on it. I'm going to play around a little bit with these cards here in that tag for journaling. I liked the brown though because there is brown in the background of some of the buildings. So I thought that was nice. Then I in that 3x4 card is from Elle Studio. It was from one of the Christmas kits, the December documented kits. I don't know if it was this year's or not. It's too long ago for me to remember that, and I do have, because I got it a while ago and I mixed all my cards in. So I'm just kind of looking here. I don't want the top of that card to be in line with the top of the photo there, but I also want to give it some space from the red matte paper, by the way, the red paper that's matted there, and this is true also of that green paper that I'm working with, that 6x6 piece. Those are both from the Pebbles Cozy and Bright 6x6 pad, which was a collection from last year actually. And then that blue polka dot paper is an old, I think like 2014 paper from Elle Studio, the Joyful paper, or the Joyful collection. It's the warm and cozy paper. So if it's not 2014, it's definitely 2015. It definitely has a creamy background to it versus a white, but it actually is working fine on this. I think the paper, like with the buildings on, is a little bit, it's white, but it's a little bit creamier. And I actually used that whole 6x6 piece of paper. Sorry guys. I thought I was going to cut it up, but I didn't. And when I bought, I think that the year after that Elle Studio collection came out, the Joyful collection, somebody still had a ton of it left, and I bought a boatload of that aqua polka dotted paper. I like to use that aqua color in my December daily. It just kind of gives it a different look, I guess. Adding that little bit of blue in, and there's definitely a blue color in like the skating ponds and houses in the background paper, so I think that's a nice sort of dovetail, I guess, together. Take a sip of my coffee and hope that I can make it through. And that made me cough. I'm not sick, I just have something in my throat, right? A little frog in my throat. That always happens when you're trying to do a VO. Now, to kind of blend these papers together a little bit, because they are from different manufacturers and different colors, I'm grabbing my Distress ink in Vintage Photo. And I was looking at that and thinking I need to get a re-inker pretty soon because it's getting definitely getting used up. So I'll check that out the next time I place an order, go into a store, which I'm avoiding right now because I am on a spending freeze. But that kind of stuff I can buy because that's a staple for me. So I just inked those edges. Brings everything together. I didn't ink the village paper. I just left that. I don't know why, other than I just like the way that looked without it. I didn't want this to look distressed. I just wanted to bring it together. So now I'm adding in my title. Those puffy, or not the puffy, but the glitter thickers are from American Crafts. They're actually the Bow Bunny Celebrating Freedom collection. That's where they're from. That's the name of them. All right, then I'm adding those mini tile stickers in from Queen & Company Little Letters. I got those I bought them as a bargain pack from somewhere. I don't remember. And actually, now that I think about it, I bought them from Queen & Company's website. So I got them in lots of different colors. Now, I'm thinking because of the theme here, I want to put some houses on it. And I do like these Elle Studio houses. They're pretty whimsical, but I'd like to get some of these on. These are from last year, and I think I've only used one so far. So I'm thinking about making a bigger effort here. I'm looking at that die cut there from the Pebbles Cozy and Bright printed cardstock shapes. And then I find this house, and I like that better. And I think it's because the brown just works better because obviously it's from the collection. And there's so much going on in the background. I thought those wood veneer houses were calling a little bit too much attention to themselves. So I'm playing a little bit here with these floral clusters from the Pebbles Cozy and Bright cardstock shapes there, those die cuts. I liked the floral at the top. They're kind of, it feels like the two die cut shapes are kind of bookending the clusters there. So this is a story about my husband at the time and I were moving from Wisconsin to New Mexico, and this is my best friend, and we were saying goodbye to friends at a little party here. And this is my friend who just passed away. You've seen her a lot lately in things because I'm scrapping some old photos that were from her collection of photos that I didn't have or might be in another book. I have a book that a friend made for me from when we left. So now I'm just making sure that that floral cluster doesn't leave any empty space there because there was a little space of that green paper, so I just shift it just a little bit further over. And then I'm adding this chipboard banner from Elle Studio, not quite sure when that was from. And then I added that Together puffy sticker, and that is from the Ho 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 puffy stickers from this year. And then I'm adding these enamel hearts from Illustrated Faith, which is a Bella Boulevard collection. It's the Apple of My Eye enamel hearts. And that will finish this off, guys. So here is a still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you're all well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye.